Well, well, well. Is Drew Jenkins really cheating on Stephanie this time? Well, there's been some speculation recently. People are saying that Drew leaves his phone at Safeway overnight while he's working, while he disappears with his quote unquote work wife for a couple hours. And he's just telling Stephanie that he is having to either go in early or work later. And of course, we all know how Stephanie has said several times in the past that she has the location on Drew's phone on at all times, and she tends to panic and get upset if that location goes off. So, Drew had finally figured this out. And also, according to the rumor, is that Drew has been seeing this work wife for a little while now. And supposedly, he has been asking this woman if he can move in with her. But as of so far, she said no, if there's any truth to this story. This is all alleged. There's no proof of any of this at this point. So on FB, Stephanie makes this long, drawn-out post, right? And somewhere, a picture had surfaced of Drew with this nice-looking young lady. Now, it's clear to see that this photo is AI. I mean, because his skin looks nice, he actually looks clean. Let's just put it that way. He does not look like himself. So it's clear to see. Now, whether this was an AI version of a real picture, or if this is completely made up, we don't know at this point. So Stephanie says that her and Drew figured it would be nice that they would to try to recreate this photo. So it's just a photo, where Drew's the woman's kind of leaning onto Drew, and Drew's looking at her lovingly, looking happier than we've ever seen him look. AI or not, he looked way happier than we've ever seen him look with Stephanie. So they take the picture, and you can tell Stephanie you could tell she is just so giddy and beside herself, because that is probably, in all honesty, the closest Drew's came to her in months. Let's be honest. Drew does not, it's clear to see, Drew does not, he doesn't want to be around Stephanie. So in this post, Stephanie says, they recreate the post, and there's a picture. Looks nothing like the picture this AI picture. And I really don't think, looking at the comments, nobody really even bought that this was a real picture. So Stephanie is going through pointing out all the differences about how Drew's eyelashes look so good in this AI picture, and the green emblem on his bag looks different in the AI picture than the real picture, and the way his hoodie fits around his neck is different in the AI picture than the picture with her. Just all these stupid little differences, right? So then she goes on to say that if he were to be cheating on her, or any man were to be cheating on her, it's not through any fault of hers, and it has nothing to do with her character. And she looks at it as, when a man cheats and steps out on her, he's also stepping out on the children. Okay, well, Stephanie, that would not be hard for Drew. He's already stepped out on his oldest child. And it won't be long to where he won't be interested in seeing Deshawn either, because he's going to get tired of the back and forth, having to pick him up for however it works. He gets Deshawn a few days, and his mother gets him a few days. Now here is the kicker. One of the kickers, anyways. This killed me. Stephanie, in her new Christian era here, where if she is serious about being Christian, I'm not going to make fun of her, because that's a wonderful thing. If she has found God, and she's serious about this, good for her. I'm very happy for her if this is real, but I don't buy it. She says that she is going to continue. Now, this is not verbatim. I'm just kind of summarizing this. It's on FB. You can check that out. But she goes on to, she is going to continue to be a godly wife to the man that God has placed in her life as her husband, until such time that God lets her know otherwise. Well, let's think about this. Is she saying she's I know she's inferring that she's going to remain a godly wife to Drew. Well, Drew he's your boyfriend. Stephanie is married to Jeremiah Thompson, who I know he's a registered SO, and he is in prison, but I believe it's for the rest of his life. Now, I may be wrong on that. If I'm wrong on that, somebody let me know. But she wants to be so godly and be a godly wife, but she's married to a whole nother man. So that kind of blew me. Are you saying you're going to remain Jeremiah's wife? Because it's quite clear you have no intentions of divorcing him anytime soon. Because, as she says, the money she would need has went into other places for the past how many years. An uncontested divorce would not be that much, especially when he's in prison. And I highly doubt he would contest a divorce. He probably wants to be free of her. So then Stephanie goes on in this long rambling post to say, if Drew was seeing some woman, that she would have to be bald, or else Drew takes the time to pick every piece of hair off of him. And even if this woman does not wear perfume, Stephanie would smell her on Drew, because she does Drew's laundry and she uses the same vehicle as him. So what I want to know is Stephanie, is she that worried that he's cheating, that she's looking at his clothes before she washes them, looking for pieces of a woman's hair? Is she smelling his underwear? What? Because she would smell this woman on him, even if she was not wearing perfume. And I believe that she probably is that unhinged that she's examining his clothes, looking for hairs, and smelling his clothes. And then she wants to cite Proverbs 31. She's a Proverbs 31 woman. Very far from it. Very far from it. Because if she was serious about reading this Bible, she would know that she's committing adultery. She's married to a whole nother man and living with another man. So you're not a Proverbs 31 woman. Very far from it. And apparently, Stephanie's being accused of fraud. I guess on the sub-only video, she's basically comparing her content to like Netflix. If Netflix, they raise their subscription price, or they quit playing the shows that you want to see, you're not going to send them a message and complain about it. You're just going to unsubscribe. So that's what these people need to do. If they are not satisfied with what they're getting for their $5 a month subscription, they can just unsubscribe. And somebody posted screenshots from the group, I guess it's a sub-only group chat, to where Stephanie's basically telling this person, she did tell him, well, it's only $5. Only $5. Somebody once was willing to give you $5 a month for your crap content, and you're not putting out what you promised these people. That's fraud. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But Stephanie's getting more unhinged as these days go by. So what do you think? Is Drew really cheating? Is this picture an AI version of a real picture? Which Stephanie also said if this is a real picture, to produce the picture without the AI on it. Is he cheating? Let me know what you think.